Okay, what kind of shit do people want to know about us?
I don't know. Are you recording that? Because that's the stuff that you want to know.
Okay, let's see here. All right, first question for you, because we've been working together for a couple of years now. Don't pick your nose on camera. What is that?
I am not. That was on purpose. So when people see that, can you imagine you see that picture on like
That's gonna be. I'm gonna make that into the thumbnail for the video. So
well, higher and higher. Like definitely like you came with the main melody and I modified it just a little bit. And I know you make these really amazing melodies. So just tell me what inspired you to make the melody.
what inspired me? Damn, I don't know. I just really, I think I was playing around with like some different like scale modes, which is if you're not a music person, there's like major and minor keys, and then there's all these other weird ones that you can pick from. And I don't remember which one, which one I was playing with, but basically, like the different modes will have like some different notes in it than you'd expect. And so I think I was playing around with that, and I was like, oh, that's weird. That's kind of interesting, and it just kind of like built into this big sort of dramatic arc, which like I can never resist a lot of drama as a writer, as a trance producer, as you know. So yeah, I think I kind of hit something, and then when I brought it to you, you were really excited. So I was like, yes, I did it.
Yeah, I loved it. Like from the first listen, I was like, yeah, we need to do this because it's a good one. And I'm so happy that actually Ram from Nocturnal Knights believed in the track and he said like, yeah, let's sign it because it would be shame, if it not got released or something. Because
Yeah,
I
I
believe in
was
that one. It's
so
just
excited that he
good.
wanted to sign.
Yeah, and I had a chance to play it live during ADE, and the reaction of people crazy. Like there's some magic definitely happening in the track. Nocturnal Nights. So that was my wife Sharka and my agent and my manager who manages everything asking me what label is coming out.
Yeah, for her, she's just like, whatever. I've met all these cool people. And like for me, I'm just like, oh my God, you know Ram? That's amazing.
Yeah, I know him for years. Crazy dude. I remember I
Yeah,
was
you guys
watching.
are like homies, right? Like you've been friends for a while.
Yeah, I know him for many, many years. We actually did even track together called Opus Dei. Did really well. Like he's insane. Okay, he's insane. I know him for many years. I remember I saw him for the very first time. He was playing some old trance energy, like such a long time ago. And it's on YouTube. There's an interview with him. He looks so different. He's like, there's no gray hair on him. No, but he's a great dude, and what he does for trance music right now, especially Netherlands, is awesome. So I like respect the guy big time. So yeah, and he signed the track. Yay! So that's like a drum roll now.
Okay, well, what makes him crazy? Do you have any stories?
I can't tell you anything. I don't know any stories.
Okay, fair enough. You're like, I'm not trying to get in like a lawsuit.
I didn't say anything. I sustain. Or
Oh, you know what? I actually just remembered something, which was when I first brought you the demo for this one. I think we really connected over our love of this one specific Dream Trance album from like 1999 or something.
oh yeah,
Because so there's like the main big melody, and then there's like a smaller melody that kind of comes in the intro. And the smaller melody was kind of actually inspired by some of those old tracks from the 90s because it's sort of more simple. It's like big drama, but it's really not very complex in terms of notes. And I think that's definitely something that I've been thinking about a lot more lately is how like back in the day they used to be able to create these kind of like huge dramatic moments without so much stuff going on. Like I feel like modern trance is like very complex sometimes, which is also great. But I'm always really impressed with how kind of before the like EDMification of trance, like they could do so much with seemingly so little. Like it seems like it would be like not even that many tracks like within the track, you know, and they would just come out with these songs that were like so euphoric and so like mysterious and like
Oh yeah.
just like you immediately you're like transported to like a club in like 1999. I'm like, man, I want to be there.
And that's how it should be. That's how it should be done. And I think over the years we were just like all the producers were just overcomplicating trance that we heard from before. It was like it's missing drive, so let's add this. It's missing this, and we were just adding layers, layers, and layers. Completely forgot what the fundamental message of trance is. It's basically trance. It's supposed to make you feel like you're flying, and it
Yeah.
doesn't need to be like super crazy driving. With this track, what we did, we combined the best of old, I would say, with the sound of
Yeah.
new, and it
Yes.
just has everything. There's like 3 different layers. We have the main melody, the acid, and that's it. And a groovy bass line. Which I remember you told me that we need to make a groovy bass line, so I made a groovy bass line, and I'm so happy that we did it because it's actually hard to make a good danceable track with a groovy bass line on that BPM. But there's a trick to it for all of you producers. It's all about percussions. Make them right. It's just gonna be groovy, and then people will dance to it. And it's like how fast we made it. If you guys don't know, like music has the beats per minute, and I think we did 142 beats per minute for this track. That's very old school. That's very old school. Absolutely love it.
Okay, actually I have a question for you.
For
So
me,
I feel like you're like the production whisperer. I don't know. I mean, I'm newer at production. Like it's been about like I started really in like 2020, 2021. So I feel like when I produce, like I'm at a point now where I can make a track where I'm like, okay, this is a really solid idea, but it's missing some elements. And then I bring it to you and you're like, oh, it just needs this. And then I'm like, oh, but like, okay, so my question is, I know that you're like the master of trance, like you kind of have that nailed, and you're very good at techno. I know you're also very good secretly at like hard style and house. So you have like kind of these other like secret personas that I think people don't know about. Okay, 2 questions. If you were gonna like make a track today that was kind of out of left field and it's like a different genre than anyone was expecting, what would you pick? And then also, is there a genre that you feel like you wouldn't know how to do at all?
drum bass country. Right off the bat. I used to start at hip hop, then did drum and bass, and I absolutely love drum and bass. I still do. There are so different rules comparing to trance music, but you can actually do DnB trance, and it does actually exist. So, and it's beautiful. Just very fast trance. And
Yeah.
country, I have no idea. It has such a weird way of the country thing, you just do weird stuff with your voice. I'm not sure I understand country music, but I know it's very popular in US,
No, actually, I think that you should try to make a country track and just go off of what you know. Like, don't do any research. Just do what you just did and just make a track based off of that.
Okay, here's a
and do your own
promise. I'm
vocals.
going to make a country track and I'm going to post it on Instagram and YouTube just for fun and see what people say. But it's going to be dance country,
Okay, you heard it here first, folks. Okay, be looking for that. That's going to be something.
Well, Erin, tell me, like, you are like very popular and renowned person in LA trance scene, and like you have so many followers, over there. So doesn't it make you feel a little bit? No, I'm not. That's what I heard. So
I don't know where you're getting your information from.
like everybody I met was like, yeah, I know Erin. She's like the number 1 trance person in LA, keeping it alive.
Okay.
But I don't know. That's what I heard. So yeah. So if it's not true, I don't know, but I think it is. And where I'm getting with this was like, yeah, if you're not sometimes like, like, oh, I'm Erin, I'm Kalinda. Who are you? Are you walking in LA like this? Yeah. You're like a princess. Like, I'm Kalinda, and I rule. Yeah, you don't tell me what to do.
Is this a question, or are you just like writing some fan fiction about me?
That's like fan fiction. No, but it's the thing. Like you can do so many genres, but your favorite one is in trance. You stream online. It's all about trance music.
Yeah.
And I know you sometimes jump with different genres. So what is like your after trance music? And we can actually rephrase this. When you started trance, why, or started to listen to it, why did you pick that as a style of music that you want to listen to and eventually produce? And would you ever change that for something else?
Okay. I don't know how we got from me prancing around Hollywood Boulevard to this
That's a
question, but
future
I will answer
prediction.
it anyway. Okay. No, it really came back to like kind of reacquainting myself with my inner child, like because I definitely like came up when trance was huge, like early 2000s was when I was sort of like coming of age and sort of figuring out what I really liked musically. And long story short, I actually have a bit of classical training in my background. I started training classical voice when I was like a young teenager, and I went all the way through school and into university studying this like really intense, like kind of like very formal type of training. And I left school and I was kind of miserable, and like I'd had kind of just like a bad, not like a bad experience, but I just kind of left feeling like a little bit empty. Like I don't think that that was really who I was in some ways. Like I wouldn't trade the training for anything because I think it really like gave me a really solid foundation for being a musician. But I don't know, it wasn't quite what I wanted. And then basically like the pandemic happened, and I think we were all sitting alone in our rooms at the time, kind of like just being like, what the fuck am I doing with my life, you know? So that was definitely me. And then I just kind of like started delving into these old records that I'd had when I was a kid. So it would be things like I would go to the CD store like back in the day, and we would pick out like a trance compilation album. And this would have been like the early mid 2000s. So it was people like Armin van Buuren and Ferry Corsten and John Fleming, like all these guys that are like, I know who they are now, but at the time I had no idea who they were. I just knew that I thought the music was really cool. And so I saved all of those, and my sister actually sent me them, like the physical copies. And I was like listening through DJ Micro, like whatever happened to that guy. Like, and I was just like, damn, this is like incredible music. Like I never forgot that, but I think reconnecting with the old stuff really reminded me like, this is like, so, like this, there's something so kind of like heartfelt about it, but also like it's fun and it's driving and it's like it just transports you somewhere basically. So anyway, I was like, damn, I really like want to learn how this music is made. And so I started going to a production school here in LA where no one knew what to do with me because I was like, I really want to make trance. And they were all like, well, we make house. So I love them to death. But it was after a certain point, after I like learned how to use Ableton, basically, I was kind of just like, I need to find someone else to help me with this. And then luckily I stumbled upon, I think, your YouTube at one point, and somewhere in your socials, you were like, I offer music lessons. So I kind of just like went out on a limb, and I was like still extremely green at the time. Like I knew kind of how to get around like my DAW, my music production software that is. And like, I knew like music theory a little bit, but I really knew nothing about how to actually make trance. Like I was fully just guessing at everything. So I remember like the first couple of projects I brought to you, I was just like so red in the face because I was like, I know this is shit. And I know that this is just going to reveal like how little I understand about this. And I think it took a couple of sessions, but then there was like one session we had where you were kind of just like, okay, there's actually something kind of here. Like maybe you've got something. And I felt like so good that day. I was like, oh my God, ReOrder liked something that I made. And yeah, it's just been really magical ever since then. Like I kind of feel like you've been sort of giving me the keys to the castle this whole time. And it's just this deep, almost like spiritual connectivity that I feel with trance. I guess because I grew up with it. But learning to make it now is just like, I don't know. I feel like I'm almost raising the dead sometimes, where I'm just like, I don't have to wait for someone else to make a song that I want to listen to. Like, I can make that song,
Yeah.
you know?
I
So.
completely understand because when you didn't tell me like if you would change it for anything, but I think from your answer we can say no, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me it was pretty much the same story, and I absolutely fell in love with Trance in 1997. I was so shy. I didn't even dance. I didn't look at people. You know, I was like the shyest kid ever. I was 13 years old, and I hear trance music, and it just changed me within a day. And my first thought was like, "What is this?" So I started to look around, like, "What is it?" And I realized it's electronic music, and it's called trance, and there's plenty of it, and it's coming from Germany. I was like, wow, Germany. And then it's coming from Belgium and Netherlands. Like, wow. And I was like, I want to do something like that, and I want to do it how I like it, you know? So I just started to produce. And yeah, now I so many releases after, so many years after. I feel old, but I'm still feeling young. It's very hard to explain. But that's where I found my sort of purpose. I realized that people I work with, they all have some sort of talent. Everybody has a talent. I sort of somehow have like a superpower where I can sense that talent and I can help that person to raise it up, you know, and grasp it and use it as much as possible. And with you it was the melodies. Like you write melodies that really brings me back, you know, that kind of style that I enjoy the most. And I believe that people watching this right now who heard Higher and Higher can tell the same. It just brings you back, you know, and it just gives you that really great feeling. So just keep doing that. Be awesome.
Yay.
And that's my only superpower. The
I
next
mean,
one
it's
is
a
drinking a lot of
pretty,
coffee.
it's a, well, coffee is important. It's a pretty like impressive superpower. Like, I feel like I can't overstate like how magical I have always thought people who know how to make music are. And I guess like now I'm one of those people.
You are.
But thank you. Like, I don't know. Okay, this is kind of a deep cut, but like when I was like really little, I used to like download music that was made by fans of video games who were like remixing their favorite songs in video games. There was like a couple sites where you could do that. And like I don't think they were like well done like on a technical level, but like I just remember being like, wow, you could just take a song that someone already made that like maybe wasn't like didn't feel like a song yet, because this was from the era of video games where like it was kind of still like a little bit lo-fi, and you could just make like a full song out of it. You know what I mean? Like you could take a song that like was limited to your Super Nintendo, and then you could like upgrade it into something that you could like play in the car or whatever. And I was just like, damn, I wish I could do that someday. I don't know. It's just one of those things where I guess because I've always been sort of a music hoarder, where I'm just like, I just want really good music to exist in the world.
Wait,
And
so that means that you have like 2000 CDs somewhere in that room?
okay, so listen, I'm from the era where you would download music and sometimes give your computer a virus doing that. But I realized that kind of I was always kind of destined to be like a DJ, because I've always been really anal about like organizing my music collection and like updating all the metadata so that it's correct and everything. But yeah, I don't know. There's just some, I guess okay, let me restart. So the whole point of this is to say like, I, I've always gotten such a rush from like that feeling of finding that one track that just like gives you chills, you know, like even if it takes me all day, I'm listening through 500 songs and like just looking for something that just like, is like, oof, like, you know, so I don't know. And I feel like it's always like kind of elusive. So like learning how to make music was always something that I wanted to be able to do, because I think in my head and in my heart, like I always had like ideas that I didn't know how to express yet. And it made me feel very stuck for a long time, like almost trapped inside myself. So when I finally got into music production and when really started to get over that first initial hump of like, what the fuck is any of this? Like, what am I doing? I don't know. It was like coming up for air for the first time almost. And I really have you to thank for that, because I really admire your discipline and your skill set, and just like the dedication that you have demonstrated to this art form for most of your life probably at this point is like incredibly impressive. And like the level of knowledge that you have and that you're willing to share with your students is like it's like magical. Like I don't know what else to say.
Oh, thank you for all the compliments. Appreciate it. Yeah, I look at it differently. For me, this is like breathing for you, you know? So when I teach you something, I think my hardest thing when I teach somebody is maybe like, am I doing this too fast? Can they keep up? Like I have a couple of students where we work on a track and they don't say anything for an hour. And sometimes I just like ask them like, hey, are you here? Because you look like frozen. Like, yeah, I'm here. I'm just trying to keep up, you know? And
well, to be fair, you're a little intimidating at first. Like it kind of took me a while to realize that you actually have a secret like soft underbelly. So like the first few sessions I had with you, I was like, first of all, I was starstruck, obviously, but then also I was just like, oh my God, he's probably like so annoyed that he has to be here for this hour. Like I'm just gonna shut up and like try to listen.
well, I wasn't talking about you, but I know I have some students that like don't say anything. And many of them are actually now my really good friends, and with many of them, we also do music because it's like, don't tell anyone. I'm building my own private armada of artists.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's fun. It's like my purpose. I used to like tour the world and been everywhere in all countries around the world and saw it all, flew everywhere. And then, as you said, pandemic hit. And I didn't know what to do, so I started to teach. And so many people were just telling me that I'm really good at it, which I still think I suck. But people seem to be happy and they're releasing music on big labels, which is making me feel very proud. And now this IDE, I get to meet I think 7 of my students live in person. And it just feels so great. We get along so well. So it's not only that they are now releasing great music, but all together we build like a team and friendships. It's really strange. Like everybody just got along so well. It felt like we're family. So
yeah,
I guess I attract similar people like me. At first they're intimidating, but they are all very, very talented. And I'm so happy where I can find it and nurture it, and help them develop it into their ideas to come to life. It just feels so good because like many people tell me like, oh man, you're giving out like industry secrets. And I'm like, no, it's not industry secrets. It's first of all, when you have an idea and you don't know how to do it, you will probably forget it and just never be born ever. Mm-hmm. So if I show you how you can do it, how you can achieve what you have in your mind, then you can create something that wasn't here before. And your music will definitely change someone's life or help them through the hard time or make them feel more energetic, enthusiastic about the good times, whatever. Music healed me many times over the years. It brought me back to life literally when I was like 18 years old. Trance music, Dream Trance compilations was what I was listening every day. And suddenly I just felt way better. Long story, but I will not reveal everything. And that's what I want to do with all my students. Like, come on, world needs producers, and if I can help you to cut the journey by even half, time, I'm here for you. Because if you didn't approach me, Higher and Higher would never be made, and I love the track and I'm going to play it on every gig from now on. Yes. Because really the reaction on Amsterdam Trance event, it was something else, And it was nice that all the guys from Nocturnal Knights were like, oh, dude, that's a really great track. You guys did so well. Yeah, they love it. it's just something. I'm telling you, it has that. I would call it. It's like umami of music. You know, it's in there. It's like you
Yeah.
hear it and you like fell in love with it for the first time. And you know, as a producer, you hear your track thousands of times when you produce. But this one just never gets old. It just feels great every time. You know, it's one of those. So I think we did something right together. So maybe we should
Yeah.
do more. What do you think?
I'm super down to do more. I've got a few more in the tank
Yeah,
ready
guys,
to
what do you think?
go.
If you're still watching,
So
let us know in the comments if you want us to make more tracks. I would love to. I would love to see another music video with Erin. You know, she has two music videos. I love them both. One is a little bit
does anyone
controversial.
want to fund a new music video?
Oh, do you have
Hit
any
me up
website
if
where
you
you
would
can
like
fund
to be a
it?
backer for my new music video.
And how do we do that? Do you have like a website where we can send you money?
I should set that up actually. That's a good point.
Oh, set
I
it
will
up.
put I
I'll
will
put it
put
in
a
the
link in
description.
my bio.
Okay.
A buy me a coffee type of situation.
Oh yeah, dude,
Yeah.
I love music videos.
Me too. I think very visually when I'm producing. Like, to me, a track isn't ready to go unless I have an image in my mind that goes with it. It doesn't necessarily mean that it has to become a music video someday, but it has to give me imagery. And I feel the same way about just music that I love out in the wild.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as I start daydreaming when I'm listening to something, I'm like, okay, this is fire. But yeah, higher and higher, I think, is just chock full of like all the best stuff. Like, down to the acid line, like, not to toot my own horn, but I feel like the acid line is sick. Like,
It
I really
is.
love like a driving, like, kind of old schoolish, like, just like, it's good stuff. Like, it's simple, but it's like, it's good. And like, I feel like together we kind of were just like on the same page with that.
Yeah, like
And that
mixing
kind of
it
like
with
really
the rest
pulls
of
it
the
all
track
together.
was a nightmare, though. You know, getting it sit right. Because I'm a little bit
No, it
OCD about the
wasn't.
sound. I'm very OCD about the sound. Everything needs to be like perfect.
Well, yes, but I also think that you're overstating it because I think that you pretty much nailed it right away, and then after that, you were just tweaking it a little bit.
Drama. You know, we need drama. It's very much needed.
We live for the drama over at Reverie Sounds / Kalinda and ReOrder.
Oh yeah, Reverie sounds for the win. And fuck, remember when you were in Prague and we were like, you know, snowballing these ideas? That was so much fun. Are you planning to come to Europe anytime soon again?
Oh, I would love to. I was so sad that I wasn't there for ADE this year. I really wanted to go, but it didn't work out. But yeah, when do you want me back? I'll make it happen.
Well, definitely what we were talking about with the team is that we want to bring a Reverie Sounds show to ADE next year. So we'll definitely be doing that. And then I spoke to some guys that work as promoters in the US. So maybe we'll figure something out over there where I probably won't play because I don't have visa, but I'm going to try to, you know, get you guys to do something nice, which would be beautiful. And then most likely next month, or actually during November, we will be doing the Raid Train, right? As a label.
Yes, and I've been trying to behind the scenes get that in motion. So, you know, if you're ready to go, I think
I'm
we've
ready.
got Ghost Etiquette. You ready? Okay. We've got Ghost
ready.
Etiquette on the docket. We've got Alan Fulmer is ready to go. I will be playing. You will be playing. We're trying to get a few more people, perhaps, but that's a really good starting. Oh,
I'm ready.
Ooh.
This is what I play from now. Mixture Pro by Reloop.
Oh, it's so
Awesome.
cute.
So cool. Like you have 4 decks in this.
Yeah.
With
I see
effects and
that.
everything. It's so cool. And you can play from your phone. You just put it in here and you just play.
That would. I feel
Absolutely
like I would be like,
incredible. Yeah, you need like
it's too small. I can't see it.
You can use iPad, whatever. But yeah, so many good names will be on the Raid Train, and you will be playing on the Raid Train as well.
Oh yes, yes I will.
So that's coming sometime in November. Can't wait. It's gonna be so
Yeah.
cool. You know, I haven't been on Twitch in like 2 years. So
People have been asking about you. People are like, I miss ReOrder's streams. So Yeah.
Maybe I'll
So
do
you're
something. I'm just, you know how much work I have all the time, and it's all because of my students. I just can't
okay.
stream because
Well, heaven forbid you ignore us for 5 seconds to give your fans what they want.
maybe I'll do something. Actually, why not? I wanted to do something, but it's like there is such a commitment, when you're streaming. People don't realize it, but it's actually hard, coming up with like new tracks and ideas and how to make that show a little bit more interesting, so it's not just a DJ doing this. So, yeah, and right now I'm in my new studio. We moved from Prague and it's not even built yet. So it's like a build in progress. So maybe when it's finished and I have the official table and everything, maybe I should start streaming. You know, I do miss it. We had such a great, bunch of people there on the stream every time, and they also felt like family. So
Yeah.
yeah, if you guys listen to trance music or whatever kind of music, you should go on Twitch. There's so many great DJs, and
I was shocked at how alive trance is on Twitch. Like
it
I guess
is.
like I still always feel like, oh, it's like kind of niche, but like no, people love it. And there's like a lot of really good DJs on there
I would say that
who are
trance
like
now, right now,
very
is really
entertaining.
growing. I remember because I started this whole journey a very long time ago, but before 2000s, techno was very popular in clubs. And after
Hmm.
2000s, trance became very popular. And it held on for like 6 years. Then it was replaced by EDM. And EDM was replaced by psytrance. And after psytrance, we had melodic house and techno. Now we have techno era. So if I go back 25 years, trance should be the next. Because all those people that listen to techno, they're young guys, they will be looking for something with more meaning. And trance is that music that gives you the melody. I'm not saying it's going to be the same as it was 25 years ago, but it might be very close to it. Maybe like
I
new
mean,
sounds in the same way.
I'm encouraged by the fact that there's like more kind of like underground and like warehouse parties here in LA where they're actually booking trance DJs, which is like those are the gigs that I've been playing lately. Like because for the longest time, like probably all the time that I've really been in the scene out here, like it's all house and techno.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of drum and bass if you have a promoter who's like willing to go out on a limb. But like it's like house music is like the cool thing in LA right now. But yeah, I don't know. They're doing like trance shows and like not even with big names or anything sometimes, but like they're packed. Like people come out for this stuff and they love it. Like I played Higher and Higher, like an early version of Higher and Higher earlier this year, like kind of when it was like first almost done. And like it was like my first track and I was kind of just like, okay, I'm just opening my set with this and like either they're gonna be on my side or they're not. And like they went fucking apeshit for it. And I was just like, this is a really good track.
I saw the video because you sent it to me and it was
Yeah.
incredible. You know,
Yeah.
I was like a little bit of envious. I was like, oh, she gets to play it in LA. But yeah, it's I'm telling you, trend is bubbling up again somewhere in the underground, and it's digging itself up, and I can't wait when it happens because then we will be right there, for
Yeah.
people. Give them the music that we've been making for years and loving for years.
Totally. And I mean, and I think to kind of go back to your point about how we're kind of we're going through this like cyclical, oh my God, what am I trying to say? Cyclical genre evolution that's coming back around maybe to trance now. It's like, I think what those of us who have been in the trance space for years now know is that it's kind of like, it's a space where like the tenets of plur, let's say, peace, love, unity, respect, has always been present. And not every genre has gone through that, I think. Like there's kind
Yeah.
of like, I don't know, like kind of like tech bros and stuff have taken over a lot of the rave scene, which is really sad. But trance has kind of remained like oddly pure. Like you go to these shows and people are taking care of each other. They're really just there to like have fun. Like if you notice someone is like, having a bad night for whatever reason, like people will go check on you. Like the vibes in the audience are just like really, really like special and pure. And I think that it really is kind of fostered by just like this really special feeling that you get from the music, and that it's really, it, like I said, it's like a heartfelt sort of genre, even if it goes hard at the same time. So to me, that's like the perfect dichotomy. It's like it's sweet and it's emotional and it's meaningful, but it's also like we're gonna fucking dance all night,
Oh yeah.
you know?
There is so much positivity in trance music and the community. I can tell you with full honesty, I played so many gigs. I have never seen a trance event where people would fight. Like never,
Yeah,
ever. You go to a hip hop party, there's fight all the time. You go to oldies party, there's fights all the time. You go to country party, there's shooting all the time. But you go to trance event and everybody is just like cool. You bump into somebody and they will be like, "Hey, what you doing?" But it's not like, "Are you okay?" It's just such a different vibe, and
yeah,
uh, and that's what this music is about. That's about exactly the peace, love, and unity. Even though it sounds a little bit religious, but it is. And people love this music not only for the music but also for the community that it provides along, because it sort of makes you feel like you're not alone. You know, there is
yeah.
so much nostalgia and there is so much romance and beauty in those melodies that hit the right buttons and just unite people and make them feel way better about whatever they're going through, or enhances their overall experience or whatever they are in. And you don't even need to use drugs for it. That's the beauty of trance music, that if you lose yourself and you just fly with those melodies and the beats, it's so hypnotic, it will just suck you in, and you will just feel like you just had like, some pill that makes you super happy. That's what happens to me when
Yeah.
I'm on stage. I always feel
Mhm.
so amazing when I, play for the people and I see them having fun. There is so much good energy flowing. It's just unforgettable experience, you know? Because you feel
Yeah.
that you're part of something. And I had this feeling all my life that I'm alone against the world. But when I'm on a gig, I feel like I'm part of something, you know? That's what it means for me. That's like my trans journey about, being part of the
Totally.
community.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's beautiful. I totally agree. I mean, I got into it like way before I was going to parties or like had ever had my first drink or anything like that. Like I would just listen to like trance, and it was kind of like the more stripped back, like earlier, even kind of the more experimental versions of trance. Like I loved like Platypus Records and like early Ferry Corsten and all those kind of more progressive like 90s trance, which is very different to what I produce now, I think. But I remember just like, because my family moved around a lot, I was always kind of around new people and I kind of never felt like I fit in. But listening to that music would always kind of like make even scary things feel like an adventure, sort of.
Yeah.
And I remember it would make me feel very creative. Like I was always drawing pictures or like writing while I was listening to it. And it was like, ugh, I know I have to go to school soon and like try to like not get bullied, but at least like I can have this moment with myself and just kind of like vibe.
Oh, yeah. I totally agree. Well, we're slowly running out of time. So,
Yeah.
just like the quick recap, guys, go check out our new track, Higher and Higher, that I made together with Kalinda. And please give it a follow. It's Kalinda Music. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. And let us know what you think about the track, definitely. And if you want to have us, produce some more like that. Do you want to say something to the people watching right now?
Oh, just thank you so much for listening, and I hope I get to see y'all on the dance floor somewhere. And keep being excellent to each other. And yeah, I'd say that's it.
Beautiful. Thank you guys for being here with us. Hope you enjoyed our little conversation, and it was like a trip down the memory lane of trance music.
It always is like that with you for some reason.
I don't know why. Maybe I'm old. Who knows? But that's all for today. Thank you guys, and have a great day, night, morning, whatever you're doing right now. We love you very much. Ciao.